Peace, everybody. Welcome to the show. How y'all doing? I see Brother Hayes in the building. Welcome, brother. How you doing? I know it's Friday. Probably everybody out there relaxing, partying, calming down from this crazy week. No more work. Shout out to everybody. Hold on one second. All right, guys. Welcome to the show. This is Fasting is Life, and on today's show, this is gonna be more like a rant, but it's gonna be a good rant. And I picked this subject. I was thinking about it today. You are sick because your mind is sick. Uh, I know the topic is very. You're like what? But we'll talk about it. Hold on one second. I see brother Iman Perry. Welcome to the building. Long time no see. And I'll post a link to the StreamYard chat. Uh, Once I'm done ranting, people can join me, but I'll put them in the back chat until I finish. It won't be long. It's just something I was thinking about in my mind. The reason why I picked this thing about you are sick because of your mind. Uh, most of the time we blame outside influences. Whether it's germs, viruses, and stuff like that can make us sick. It could be what we ate and stuff like that. But in my experience in this life, since I've been born and grew up and looked at my environment, the people around me and stuff like that, I've come to realize some sickness out there is not from the outside source. It's all the manifestation of your mind. Like a magician, you thought of something and it became reality. And I've seen it many times. Someone gets sick, they go to the hospital, the doctors can't figure out what's going on. And then by the time we realize it, it was they made themselves sick. It was nobody else. It was no virus, no germs, no curses out there. Nobody put a hex on them. Nothing. It was just their mind. The consequence of how sick their mind was the result of their sickness. It became evident in reality. It started in the mind, and because the mind had this thought, your whole body acted on that thought and you got sick. Now, some people say, well, do you mean if someone think about AIDS, they're gonna get AIDS? I'm not saying that, but I'm saying there are certain illnesses, sickness that people have. It has nothing to do with the outside. It's all in the mind. Anxiety, anxiety. You create anxiety because it's in your mind. Anxiety doesn't show up in your skin like a pimple or anything. No, it's your mind, and how you act on that will lead to whatever results based on your action. A lot of people, and I think the reason why I chose this topic because like I'm saying, this winter is gonna be one interesting winter that we've never experienced. 2020 has been a crazy year, but you can prepare physically, water, stuff like that. Oh, okay. Stacking up your money, everything. But guess what? Are you preparing your mind to deal with what's coming? The mind needs preparation too. You can't live it out. Like for an example, how do you deal when you lose a job? You have no means to get financial means. to support your family. What do you do? What is the mental state? What goes through your mind? A loved one is sick and they say it's inevitable. They will die. How do you deal with it? What goes through your mind? And what actions do you take? And if you sit down and start to think about it, you'll be like, man, sometimes things happen not because it is, it's because we thought of it. Like the old saying, as a man thinketh, so easy. You are who you think. We have many sage who have these kind of words and quotes, but it sounds sweet. You can repeat it like a parrot, but when you actually sit there and think about it, you're like, man, those words are deep because it's like I don't really sit down to think about it. And here's another thing I always mention. I've mentioned on other streams when I'm a guest. Sometimes, I repeat, sometimes too much reading is bad for you because you cloud your mind with a lot of noises. And by the time you try to catch on to process, analyze, arrange the information, pull it in files and folders and drawers, all the papers are everywhere. You don't know which one is which. That chaos puts you in anxiety and you crack, right? That's why, even when I was back in Congo, they had a saying. They say a lot of crazy people you see in the street, they were smart men. Why? Because they read too much, and one day they just snap. They just snap. They had the knowledge, but something happened where they just had too much information and just didn't know how to go about it, how to process it. And people don't realize. Do you know that you talk to yourself the most in life until today you die? You are the most talked over person by yourself. Nobody gossip more than you. Think about it. When you're in your mind, who do you think you're talking? And who do you think you're talking to? Yourself. When you see that, you're like, man, I'm kind of broke right now. I don't know what to do. Who do you think is speaking? You have more conversation with yourself than anybody else on this planet. Don't fool yourself. So having that in mind, now imagine adding all the voices, because remember, when you read a book, you're reading someone else's voice in your head. And when you put a lot of them and all those noise in your head and you try to wait, who's this? Who's that? Boom, snap. Oh, you just scream and start, just going crazy. And there are some people, they're just mourning, like, oh, woe is me. I don't know what to do. They're worrying and worrying and worrying. Heart attack, dead. And they'd be like, wait a minute. This person was healthy. He wasn't sick. He didn't do anything hard. Why did he just snap and die? The mind. The mind controls your body. It's the engine. If the engine is leaking, if the engine it has missing pieces, the car won't run. Even one little tiny piece not in place, the engine won't work. You're probably gonna blow up your car. Your mind is very powerful, and you have, some people, they're not satisfied being alone, so they always need outside validation. Meaning they can't see themselves being alone in their own thoughts, so they need other people. They have to go out. It's kind of like a release, but then that frustration when they don't get it messes them up in the mind. Anxiety comes in, depression, insecurities, and stuff like that. So there's a lot of things that we do to our mind, and it manifests itself as a sickness in reality, where once we take control of this mind up here in our, between our ears, none of most of those symptoms and stuff like that will disappear. I've witnessed it. Someone gets a mild heart attack, go to the hospital, five, six doctors coming in doing the same stupid test. They're not figuring out. I'm telling this person, I'm like, you're all right. You just need to calm down, live for another day. You're worrying about something you have no control. You have no control. It's beyond you. Why are you worrying about something you can't control? Okay, it's like me looking at the sun. I'm like, man, why is it so hot today? Sun. Yeah, and you're getting frustrated because it's hot. I'm like, well, you can't change the position of the sun. You can make the winter come in. So deal with it. Control what you can control. You can control the sun. The sun is up there. It's been set. Why are you getting angry and pissed off at the sun and being in a bad mood all day? Why? Because it's hot. Well, what are you gonna do about it? Are you gonna find an AC area so you can cool down? Or are you gonna be out there under the sun and complain and not do anything about it? You have no control over the sun. Why are you worrying about the sun? It's there. You're never gonna change it. You die today, someone else will be born. Nobody will change it. It's been here before us. It's gonna be here after us. So I don't know if you guys see where I'm going with this. It's like things we worrying about things that we have no control, which makes us sick in the head. We start panicking, we start getting angry. Man, one thing I've experienced, I'm like, there was a point in time, sometimes, I get frustrated, looking at your future, thinking as a man, be like, man, what do I want to do? And then one day I just realized, I'm like, wait a minute, why would I want to worry about 10 years from now when I'm not even there yet? I don't even know what's going to happen. What if I die tomorrow? What if I die the next day? You know, I'm an artist. What if I lose my fingers? I can't do any work. Things that are beyond your control, you don't need to worry about it. That will chunk like 50% of things that we put in our mind that keeps us frustrated, sick over nothing. That will level it. There's something about realizing the power you have and the power you don't have. Anxiety will be things of the past. Most of the people around me, like when I go to work, they be like, yo, why are you so hyper? It's 4 a.m. in the morning, 2 a.m. in the morning. They say, why you feel so hyper? We're all grunchy and sleepy over here. We wanna get some night. Why are you like this? Right? Does that mean that when I wake up I don't feel the same way? I'm like, oh man, I gotta go back to work and everything. Right? It's a normal feeling that anybody out there have. But you know what happens after I take a shot? I'm like, you know what, I have to do this. This is what I have the control of. Let me do it. Right? And then I'll go out there. I'm like, hey, it's just another day. I'm thankful I have a job. I go out there, chill, meet the people that I see from time to time, greet them and everything. And they always say, why you know why? Because I've come to understand things that are beyond my control. Who cares? It's none of my business. And you know what? This is how free as a man you could be. You have I put an example. I'm in my apartment right now. My neighbors and everybody around me. Who gives a damn what they're doing in their space? That's none of my business. Why would I want to get pissed off of what's happening over there? They have a nice car, they have nice everything, and I don't have what they have. What? Who cares? I have no control over that. And then you're gonna go your life worrying, envying, having all this feeling, and then you wonder why that energy you have in your mind is affecting you, where everything you do, it's not working, or you're getting sick, you're worrying about, oh man, how am I gonna make ends meet? And then you're looking up, it's like you just having all these things that are just making you even worse. Okay. uh you can barely pay rent. You have to accept it. Like, you know what? I have a job. This is how much they make. You know what? I have no control beyond what I have. And you know what you can do? You can either accept what you have or try to change it. Why? Because there is a possibility. See, Things you can control, that's why you can change your energy into. Meaning, okay, I have a job that pay me $12 an hour. It's not, I'm not satisfied. You know what? It's not me moaning and wondering and being anxious and having this energy in my mind just overcrowded with the mindset of, oh man, I don't, you know what? Have this mindset, you know what? Let me change this reality. Let me find a job that pays me $13 an hour, 15, 20. And you know what happened when you do that? That weight lifts off. That's why you can control things that are beyond your control. Why are you worrying about it? I'll give you an example. All of us listening right now, and those who listen in the future, guess what? You listening to me right now, you will die one day. Some of you soon. Now the question is, what are you gonna do about it? You know you're gonna die, right? Do you have the control to stop death from grabbing you sooner or later? So why are you worrying about it? Sooner or later you're gonna go there. It's inevitable. So why are you worrying about it? Why are you stressed about death? We are gonna go there. See how you see how it's a once it's like you accept it. And I think sometimes people worry on things they have no control over because they refuse to accept they have no control over it. And that makes the mind sick. Why? Because if your mind has all these things that are counterintuitive to what it's supposed to do, it manifests itself as sickness in your reality. Some people, they're they may have an illness. Why? Because it's their mind. They just think they're sick. They think they're weak. They think, and then that energy carries on to their body, and they act a certain way, and they don't know why. But you notice, if they change their mindset, that person glows, becomes someone different. Even an example, right? Put a child that's always been told he's stupid, he's dumb, right? She will never make it. And you put a child who's being told you're the best, nobody can beat you. Same children, same potential, but what happens? One's mind is destroyed by negative, support. And that person probably smarter than the ones who've been told, or like let's say for example, someone who really suck singing, right? But all even though he or she sucks at singing, they're trash because of positive support, that confidence in them. They're like, man, I know how to sing, right? And then you're gonna have somebody who has a great voice, and everybody around them say, "Man, stop that! You're never gonna make it. What are you trying to do? You want to be Mariah Carey? You're never gonna make it. You ain't Michael Jackson, right?" And because you have no control of the outside, but because your mind is, oh man, probably right. You start believing, taking the words for it instead of be convincing yourself. Boom, that affects you, right? Because you accept it. Same thing with the person who received positive result. He'll be like, oh, you know what? Yeah, yeah. Why? Because he takes on what he was given, puts in his mind, and act on it. Same thing with the person who gets a negative. They take on it and act on it. It's all here. You you have power to what you can control. You have no power over what you can control. Once you understand that, guess what? Whether you get positive or negative, if you have control of your mind, it won't matter anyway because you can control your mind. Hopefully, what I'm saying it's kind of making sense because I'm kind of using words with double meaning, same sentence, but it's like I'm mixing parable and straightforward sentences, so that those who can understand. But simply put, I'm saying that y'all out there, brothers and sisters, get hold of your mind because there are a lot of things happening around us. If we don't have a firm hold on our mind, we can crack sooner or later because we're gonna be persuaded and influenced by our environment to think a certain way that our mind won't be able to handle, and thus we will get sick and it will manifest itself. Because guess what? You can't hide it. You can't hide what you think. Why? Because you're gonna act on it. I'm not a basketball player. It's not my way of thinking is not gonna show to the world that I'm someone who enjoys basketball or are passionate about quote unquote basketball. Why? Because my train of thoughts, what my mind don't even think about it. Right. So that's saying when it says you are who you think, your mindset is gonna reflect on your actions. It is very rare for somebody to act on something they don't want to do unless it's being forced. But even with force, it's still a choice because you have the choice to accept the force or reject it. So at the end of the day, you have to control what you can control. Things beyond your control, you can't. You can't control other people's minds. You can't control people's train of thoughts. You can't control people's hatred. You can't control people's love. But guess what you can control? We can control all of this of you. That's it. Once you make things simple, a lot of people be like, man, why are you this way? See, people will still attack you for taking hold of your mind, for controlling who you are. Why? Because they can't. They don't want to. I always have this phrase whenever I'm having discussion with people. This, if I give my opinion on something where they assume or they wanted me to think certain way or to agree with them, and I'll be like, you know, um, I already have a hard time thinking with one brain. Why would I want to take another brain or two or three? Why would I want to think in places of others? That's too much work. Am I gonna get paid for that? No. Why would I want to put myself in a situation like that? Why would I waste my time trying to think what you're thinking? Uh, Your brain is not my brain. I have mine to worry about. I got things to think about. It's none of my business. I can't even see through you. How can I even know what you're thinking? Mind read. Okay, go ahead. Try to read minds. Good luck. The mind is something you guys have to hold on. The way this world has gone and is going, if you have no control of your mind, man, you in for a world of hurt because you were cracked. Oh yeah. We all had a moment where we cracked. What one of the things I was doing when I was in college, being a poor, very poor, below poor, below poverty line when it comes to, if you want to look at according to the government's um what is it? The government's estimated amount of what some a poor American will make a year. I made like way way less than that each year as a full-time student, right? So there's a time where you're just in your mind, you're like, man, why this, why that, why that, why that. And then one day I just sat there, I was like, you know what, I believe in the Bible. The Bible says, you don't have to worry about things that are a necessity. Those things should be like nothing. It should be just like a animal waking up knows that he's gonna eat something. An animal doesn't go to bed be like, you know what? I don't know what I'm gonna eat tomorrow morning, so I need to come up with a strategy before I go to bed. No, it just go to sleep, wake up, and go out there and do its thing, like as if it's gonna be there, But we as people, it's like the way we've been trained or allow our minds to be trained. It's like, man, we're worrying about things that are beyond our control. Is what we're worrying about when we should be worrying about. If you want to worry about anything, worry about things you have control of and what you can do about it. Instead of doing things you have no control. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I want to throw this one out there. An example: two couples are together. They're sharing love and stuff like that. The lady gets pregnant, right? Because I guess there was a slip, and then the both couples, right? They come together. They discuss this. Okay, uh, are we ready to for do this? And then one person say, I don't know. I need to think about it. And then the other person will, well, think about it quick because I need an answer. Now, right there in that situation, right? The person who told the other person to think quickly, do you think he has the power to control what the other person is thinking or how that person should think? See right there? And then if that person doesn't think or doesn't give you a quote unquote quick question or quick answer as you would like, you go get frustrated, get mad. I'm like, think about this. You have no control whatsoever. The only power that you have is the power of influence. You could be like, hey, just think about it. I only have 2 cents in the bank, and and then she'll be like, you know what? I want half. I'm gonna have this baby. You better get that 2 cents ready because I'm taking half of the baby. And then you'll be like, you get on your knees, you'll be like, Jesus, why have you forsaken me? Why? At the end of the day, you only have power over yourself. If anything, you can only influence, but guess what? You can make, you can think in someone else's place. You can't. It's impossible. Even if you have children, guess what? Yeah, you may tell them to do a command to obey you, but guess what? You still can influence what they're thinking about you because you have no control over it. Sorry. You only have control over yourself. So sometimes people get anxious. Some people have heart attacks, and and watch this. If you talk to everybody who said they had a heart attack, it tends to come from an emotion. They thought about a family member, someone they love, whether they pass away or something, right? And that worrying and thinking, they get a little train of thought, their mind just snap. Hmm? Some people they're looking for knowledge. They can't stop. They're not sleeping. They're always up. They're like, man, I gotta figure this problem. They're working on something. They're studying because they don't take the mind to calm down their mind to relax to to heal it, right? Because healing, healing is not just putting a ointment on your skin or on a cut. You can heal your mind by getting some sleep. A lot of people are deprived from sleep. Do you know how many disease can be cured if people just took time to actually rest their body without no pills? Just sleep. How many doctors are there that are gonna be like, well, just sleep it off? No, you will gotta sell you that drug, man. Hey, I'll recommend you getting this. The total will be $300. Your insurance said they can only cover 10%. So, yeah, yeah, pay up because you need it. You're sick. And then a real doctor be like, "Oh man, you didn't have to buy that. Just drink some water, and watch some comedies and go to bed. That's it. Ease your mind." Laughter. I love watching comedy movies because why? Because comedy, when you laugh, you release all the stress and the worry you have. Laughter is a great cure for a lot of disease out there, right? Silence. Sometimes you just have to sit, not talk to anybody. You just sit there, try your best not to think. But you're gonna think, but try your best to not think and just be like, okay. You start thinking about something, oh, you know what? Okay. I'll do it later. You just relax. Look at nature. That's why another thing people don't realize, nature is very healing. Just going out there in the park, looking at nature, or even sitting in a tree and just looking up, watching, or looking at the ants building their colony, eating the little dead bugs or something, and you're just watching, looking at the clouds, looking at somebody cooking and just looking at them doing something. You're not even thinking, all you're doing is just observing, seeing. Sometimes not speaking is an art that will put your mind at ease. I don't know how many times. I know sometimes I'll go to a party where I'll have a chat with people and talk, and I'll just sit and watch. And to me, I'm satisfied. And most of the even let's say if I had a party in my house, I used to do that in college a lot when I had my own place. I'll host like a get together. People will come in. Usually when I'm chilling with people, I'll talk. But whenever they come in my house, I will just sit there, watch them eat, drink, play games, watch videos, and do jokes. And then they will ask me to say, "Hey, fasting." They'll be like, Why are you not talking?" I'm like, "Hey, man, I'm just enjoying. I'm enjoying listening to you guys." Sometimes you just have to just sit, do nothing. Sometimes just ease, calm, slow down, and just do nothing. We live in a society where everything is moving. Oh, you gotta do. What's it? One, two, three, four. One, two. You're like the Flash. And then on the opposite end, you got people who will dun 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 slow, like a turtle, taking their time, too much relaxing, two extremes. It can work both ways. Sometimes doing too much sitting is bad for you. So, I'm giving the obvious because we live in a society where you actually have to work, but sometimes we get caught up on it. It gets in our mind and we get stressed. I'm a trucker. Most of the time when you're driving, if you're not listening to anything, sometimes I want to listen to music so I can get pumped. And sometimes you just want to listen to nothing but the noise of your truck. What are you sitting there driving? And sometimes if you're thinking in your mind, by the time you blink, oh, I passed my exit. It happens. Just to show you how powerful the mind is. You could be looking straight dead ahead, but if you have too many thoughts, you blink an eye, time has passed. I mean, if your mind can do that, imagine what else you can do. Your eyes are open, your senses are up, but you have no idea that you just missed your exit. But your eyes was looking on the road, but something happened where you got stuck in your head. Your mind wasn't even thinking about seeing. Your eyes are seeing, but you're not seeing. I don't know how many times I have. I'm like, man, how did I miss this exit? And I freaking had the GPS. The GPS would say you missed your exit, and my mind was just You're like, wait, I missed the exit? What the? Why? Because I was stuck in my mind. And sometimes when you tell people something that you think will be helpful to them and they reject it, don't feel bad. You have no control. At the end of the day, you are responsible for your own self. You have no power over the minds of men but your own. So yeah, it's normal reaction, but when you think about it, oh, okay, ah, hey, I just told you what I think will be helpful, but you made your choice. You have the power of your mind. You're exercising it, so hey, I respect that, and you move on. And you know what you want? You be at peace, not worrying about it. Guess what? Whatever happens, it's none of my business because you made your choice. I have control over myself. So it's like people, it's like when you live in life, focus only on what you can control. It's smooth sailing, smooth sailing. All these examples I'm just giving in my rants, I'm like saying a lot of people are not ready mentally for what's coming this winter. They keep saying it. The propaganda say, "Oh, winter's gonna be bad. This pandemic." I'm like, they're already giving us a hassle when it's summertime. Now imagine when everybody's sniffing and mucus falling over. People get sick, calling in work. Oh, I can make people are gonna be let go. Companies gonna go under. Winter is here, cold, snowstorm, hurricane. There's a lot of things that are gonna be happening, and a lot of people are gonna be stuck in them. Even right now, millions of people in America have lost jobs. They don't know what else to do. They're stuck in their head. Some people are getting sick. Some people are dropping dead just because they're just stuck in their head. They're just worrying, worrying, worrying. Boo! Broken glass. The mind is very powerful. Science, the quote unquote the scientists, they're still trying to figure out the brain. They say, what is this thing right here? We think we know, but it's like, man, some things just don't make no sense. I mean, even I remember reading a few years back when it comes to dreams. Check this out. You close your eyes, right? You're sleeping. Your mind takes you into a dimension, or you seeing some images where you are living. You're sleeping in your bed, but you are in a place where you can see your hand, you can feel your body, you can feel everything. You can talk, you can run, you can do things. But in our reality, you're just laying in bed on a pillow, snoring and drooling. But in your mind, you are somewhere. You're in China, you're in Hong Kong, you're in a dream, and you're doing amazing things, like growing through walls, flying. But you were a you know, just a regular mortal sleeping on a bed somewhere out there. But your mind is doing some like how I mean it's like that's what I'm saying. If your mind has this ability, right? Something that's beyond your control, right? Because when you sleep, you're unconscious. And then when you're awake and you can control it, do you know what could happen? If you don't take hold of it when you're conscious, you can barely even control your own mind. Why are you wasting your time and getting worked up trying to control other minds when you can't? and you never will till the day you die. You can't. And some people, because their mind is sick, they don't want to be the only one. They want others to be the same. Like they want to contaminate, and they're doing it purposely. They're like, okay, I know my mind is messed up. You know what? Like a virus, let me go out there and spread it. Because you know what? I don't want to be alone. Why just me? No, I'm thinking this way. You know what? I need an army. Everybody needs to think like me. So I'm gonna go out there and spread the disease. The mind, the mind, the mind. You are sick because your mind is sick. How do you cure it? By taking control of it and accepting that only you can control your mind. You can't control anybody else's mind, and nobody can control yours. And that is total freedom. And once you do that, well, you know what? It doesn't matter what everybody else say. You, what will you do? You're gonna think about it and then you do it, right? Nobody else is gonna think it. You will, because you are the only person in your mind. That's you. When you die, guess who's guess who's going? You. It's you. Think about it. When you the day you give up your last breath, guess who's going? You. That's the way it is. You know, your mind is gonna be out, and nobody else's mind is gonna change anything. They have no power of your mind when it goes out. See, so I mean, that was just a little rant I have. It was just a train of thought I had. Something I was thinking about. I set up like a list of topics. There, my stream yard is probably like what 12 of them. I'm like, man, some of them I'm like, it's like there's a lot of interesting topic, but sometimes you can plan something, but then something else comes in your mind, and you like, you know what? I think this will be more important based on what I'm thinking at this moment, even though I already planned something else. But I think this stream probably is gonna be like a prelude on a topic I already want to talk about. Hopefully, I can do it tomorrow, most high willing. That I think it's gonna connect together, and basically, hopefully, it will help people out there. We all struggling with our own personal and mentally, you know, frustrated minds. We all in our thoughts. We all in our head, trying to figure this thing we call life, and we're struggling to take control of it. And then at the same time, we have the environment to worry about. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of pressure. You have, for an example, the way you are born, right? The skin you're born with, the family you're born with. You didn't choose that. You had no control of it whatsoever. Why worry? Why sorrow? Why why get depressed? for the things you have no control. Why am I short? Why am I tall? Why am I black? Why am I white? Why am I yellow? Why do I have a wide nose? Why do I have a flat ass? Things you have no control. Why are you worrying about it? And then that worry, if if you let it grow, will make you sick because your mind becomes sick. I know it's the weekend. Hopefully, you guys are doing well, being calm, staying away from trouble. Because like I say, there's a lot of frustrated people out there that are sick in the head, and you already know the environment the way it is. Be careful and be smart where you place yourself in these coming times, because some people out there, they know their mind is sick and they don't care. They love it. They wanna, you know, they wanna be molded by it. That's it. They love it. But you, because you don't want to be like that, be careful where you put yourself around to. Watch out for your environment. Be and knowing that the things that you can control, only you have power over it. That's all there is to it. Focus on what you can control. I keep repeating that. Once you understand, you know, what control is, and man, you be at peace. I'll If there is one thing I say I'm thankful since I started my journey when it comes to fasting and everything. Man, fasting has taught me the value of peace, the peace of mind, because it reduced me to a basic level about hunger, about just basic instinct food. And then by the time I overcame that fear of what am I gonna eat if I starve myself, man, I was like, wow, like my mind was at ease. I wasn't worrying about anything, not even a job. I quit my job then. And when I went through that experience, one thing it taught me was like, why I had a peace of mind and I was getting a lot of sleep. The peace of mind that I had, it's unexplainable. Everybody around me, they had this anxiety, worry, and everything. And I told them, I'm like, why are you worrying about something you can't control? You're having quote unquote relationship problems and stuff like that. I'm like, well, only you have control of your own mind. You can't control what the other is thinking or what they want to do. You only have power of your own being. And then once you understand that, and you know what? When you control yourself, the world is gonna hate you. They're gonna hate you for it. Why? They want you to be just like them. They be like, why are you controlling your mind? Be like us. Don't control it. Be reckless. Be like us. You know, be worry like us. I'm worrying. I know I can't do this. So you know what? Be like me. Let's worry together. Let's have anxiety together. Let us get stressed together. And then when you're like, you know what? I may not like what you're doing, but I have no control over you. So you know what? I have control of my being. Let me do an about face. Let me head towards that door. Open that door. Close it and be gone. Why? Because I have power over my body. I have power over my mind, and I have power over my feet to run out of here. But you know what? Most people, they don't want to do that. Why? Because they want to belong. But I'm like, you're gonna sacrifice self-control just to belong? You're gonna sacrifice your peace of mind just to belong? Do you want to be sick or you want to be healthy? So, hey, if you want to be healthy, well, take control of your mind. When you take control of your mind, you're gonna know when it's time to eject, when it's time to take self-control, when it's time to be like, hey, I have no control over this person, so I'm gonna back off and let them be. Man, speaking of which, I even thought about, I was a man. Imagine having a channel where people can just come there, because one thing I realized, this COVID thing, right? They're promoting isolation. Now, I mentioned about sometimes you need your peace and everything. But it's like I say, it's not for everybody. Why? Because of control, right? Now, what is happening is the environment is trying to control the people. And then those who realize it, they were like, wait a minute, only I have control over my being. Why? No, 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 I'm not gonna allow it, right? But like I said earlier, some people think having control over their own mind is a lot of work, so they don't want to do it. Why? Because they want to belong. And then this isolation, because people are doing things that are, they have to control, but they refuse to do it, right? You want to be amongst people, right? Let's say you're a family person, you like to be around people. The government said, stay home, don't get in touch. And what do? You do the same. But deep in your mind, you're like, well, I don't want to do this. I want to be around them, right? But because you didn't take control of your mind on what you can do, you gave in. So a lot of people, they're doing things they can. Like, for those of us out there who enjoy our solitude, we this is like, huh, this is nothing. I'm like, I don't need the government to tell me to be a solitude. No, they don't have to tell me nothing, right? But for those out there who are not like that, why are you why are you not taking control of your being to do what you want to do, what you can control? And that peace of mind, I don't know how to explain it. I don't know if you guys heard that noise. I don't know if it was a fireworks or a tire blown out or bang, bang, bang. I don't know if you got caught it, but if you didn't hear what I just heard, that means this mic is awesome. That it gave a pick up a loud noise like this. It was very loud, like outside. I heard it probably from a few, was it probably not our street, but maybe the street, the intersection. It was very loud here. I don't know if you guys caught it, but it was twice. It was papa. It sounded like fireworks or a tire blowing up, but the tire doesn't blow up twice. Oh, bang bang. And I was talking about peace. The irony of life. You know what? I had no control of that. That is, I'm in my apartment, in my room. Whatever happened over there in the street, that I had no control over. And it's an industrial street, so where I stay at. So I'm like, hey, this is unlikely. And one day, I don't know why, it was weird. I saw a bunch of police cop. They were chasing some guy on a motorcycle. There was like 20 cops like following this person, and he was just cruising in the street like nothing happened. And then when the cops follow him, there were other cars that were like speeding behind the cops. I was like, what the, you know, I was, but see, like I say, I looked in the window. I'm like, what's going on? I was like, hey, that's none of my business. Let me go back in my. See, I'll say what you come in a point where when you know that nothing out there, you have no, it's like I had no power over anybody else out there but me. I'm moving in life carefree. I just do, minding my own business. And it's like when people know, see and feel that you don't, it's, they'll be like, you don't care about anything. They'll be like, no, I just mind my business. I have no control how a person is gonna react. So it's like if they react certain way, yeah, I may not like it or I may like it, but at the end of the day, it's like I have no control over it. People choose what they want to do. So it's like, why would I want to stress? Why would I even want to make my mind a little, you know, sick just because I have no control what or I want to control how a person should react to me when you have no power whatsoever. You can make it's like if you have no power to make people love you or hate you, you have it's like you should accept it. I think maybe acceptance is another thing. Accepting your potential and accepting your lack of potential will put you at ease. I'm not a mechanic. I don't stress over being like, oh man, I need to learn how to, to fix cars so I don't have to give it to somebody and stress over, man, I don't have time. I really want to learn. Yeah, I have no control of it. It's not my passion. It's like I'm not even worried about it. I'm just gonna go to the garage, pay somebody to do it, walk out of there stress free. Oh, okay, they fixed it. The AC is working. Okay, I'm good to go. Give me. uh, I looked in the chat. I was like, oh god. Oh, I was like, wait a minute. Wait, what? Oh, Gavin, you funny man. Hey, I laugh so hard, even tears are coming in my eyes. So that's a good thing. But guess what? I had control over my laugh. You see, you didn't make me laugh. I chose to laugh. Oh, that was funny. That means this mic is awesome, man. This Zoom 6. It didn't even pick up a noise from the outside. Wow. That's amazing. Wow. Man. Yeah, y'all need to get hey, y'all need to listen to Brother Kuda, man. This mic, man, this mic, man, I really appreciate it. I'm like, wow. I'm like, man, they didn't even pick up that note. Like to me, I'm here in my room. It was very loud, but this mic didn't even pick it up. Wow. Amazing. So yeah, guys, I know this little rant I've gone for like almost what okay, it says 1 hour and it's almost 1 hour and 4 minutes. Yes, brother Gabe, you have control over it. Watch this. You know when it's coming, right? What do? You have a choice to clench or release. Huh? That's right. So you know what they say? Whoever smelt it, Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, what's the other? What's the old joke? Women don't fart. Ah, what is it? Like moms will be like, "Oh, mom, we heard you fart. Women don't fart. That's a lie. I heard what I heard. You heard wrong. That was somebody else." Oh, that's funny. Yeah, it brought me some memories. Ah, man, it's great to be alive, man. You know, it's like sometimes you just wake up and like, man, I'm just thankful that I can have what I have, relax. I control what's happening in my environment. You know, that's all you can do. And you be at peace. No need for chaos. A lot of this disease out here, if people would just take control of their mind and just have peace of mind and get some sleep, we're gonna have a lot of healthy people. You know, so hey, I hate being sick. I know that feeling when you're shivering in your bed, you're trembling, you can't think straight, you have that headache, you're like, it's uncomfortable, right? That's in the physical part. But same thing in the mind, you're thinking about it, like, man, I can't go to work. You start worrying, you're adding on more pressure on that sickness, right? But guess what? When you get better, you're like, oh, it's a good feeling. So it's like, well, you know what it's like to feel good. You know what it's like to relax. So why you wanna feel like you're sick? You wanna put yourself in a position where you're gonna be sick. It's like that doesn't make any sense. Do you like to being sick? Do you love your headaches, your fever, your flu, your congestion, your pneumonia, your diabetes? Diabetes. Oh yeah, speaking about diabetes, I promise I'll have another show how to cure diabetes. Yeah. I'm no doctor, or I mean drug dealer, but I can give you some tips. And then don't let anyone fool you that there are some diseases that are incurable. That's a lie. All diseases are curable. The question is, do you want to cure it? Because if you already know we are gonna die, it doesn't matter. Some people die by just hitting their head in a wall or getting slapped in the face. Some people die in their sleep. Some people die for tripping over and hitting their head on the ground. Some people just die because the death is there. They just die. Nothing. You know. So, but at the same time, when it comes to your body and healing and everything, you have control over your body. You can at least do something. You can move towards healing, even though we are mortals. You know, we have some clock running down, running down to zero. So yeah, I just wanted to make a stream and just rant. It was something like that was on my mind, man. We have a lot of people out there that really need to just slow down and just take some time and heal their minds, man. You don't need no ointment. You don't need no Tylenol, nothing. You just need to take control of your mind, relax, find some peace. You know, some people they've lost loved ones. They're in their minds, right? Some people they lost their jobs. Some people are going through marital problems, a little anger, a little hate, a little sorrow, a little sadness. All these emotions, you know, I can speak too much, but hopefully this message will resonate. Hold on. Yeah, I had the link, brother Gabe. Let me post it again. Yeah, I had it earlier. Yeah, I mean, what else can I say? I think I say plenty. So uh, I hope you guys, when you go for it this weekend, you can at least have a taste of peace of mind. We all of us are going through a lot of things in our personal life, and sometimes it's like, man, why are we adding more stuff on things we have no control over? We can only control what we can control. Anything else is just it's something we could never, you know, we could never control. All right, brother Gabe, you're in the building.
Hey,
How you doing, man? Peace.
what's up, man? It's been a minute.
Welcome to the show. I know I've been talking
Oh,
for over an hour, so I was was it my tongue was slipping.
what's that? Your
I said
tongue was
my tongue,
sleeping?
yeah. It was like, oh, this
Yeah,
guy
man.
won't stop.
No, you're good, man. You're good. I haven't been up here in a while. I haven't been in a
I
lot of places
know.
in a while. You
Work.
know, not even really work. Just you kind of very much so towards the topic that you're talking about is just peace. I mean,
Mm,
I've been too occupied with peace.
yeah.
you know, um, yeah, man. It's just been you, working out, spending time with family, watching some shows, I guess doing some work too, and learning new things, just being too occupied with peace and being happy, spending time with my wife.
Yeah, yeah,
That
yeah.
makes me
That's
happy.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very necessary. I see Sister Joe was also in the building. I remember I was catching up on some of the stream. They mentioned that she, I don't know if she was married or she, I guess probably they sealed the deal and just gonna have the ceremony, I guess, coming up. So congratulations to her. And I know, a lot of people decline, based on the current event, decline marriage. But this is what I say. For me personally, I take marriage very seriously. The reason why I haven't done it because I'm like, man, it's something I take seriously, and I want to be in a position. If I choose to get to that point and I
Hmm.
take that decision, I want it to be something where if I do it, I'm not looking back.
Absolutely.
And then that's that. It's like as a man, because I'm a person where I don't want to do it because others says do it. I want to do it because
Yeah.
I want to do it, and that's
But I
why.
think it's on both sides too, right? A lot of times people say don't do it, just not
Yeah,
to do it. And there's other people who say do it just to do it. So I
yeah,
think that just a man needs to come up with his own, you know,
yes,
yeah, no matter what your situation is.
yeah.
Kind of speaking of that, my wife is bringing home some packages and she needs me to help her bring them upstairs. So I actually got to dip out, man. But
All
just
right,
wanted to
man.
come up and say hello.
Thank
And
you, man.
yeah, man, peace is underappreciated. And it's
Yes, yes.
all right, man.
Hey, don't break your back.
Oh no, I'm good. I'm a young man out here. What you mean? I'm a young
Hey,
guy.
you never know if you didn't work that back.
Well, hey, hey. Well, man, I'll talk to you later then. All right.
All right, man.
All
Peace,
right then.
peace.
Yeah. Peace. See ya.
All right. Oh, brother game is funny. So yeah, guys. If no one else is gonna jump in, I say I got 6 people watching. Some people they're probably looking at the cloud. You know what? Let me look at the chat. Okay, I remember I shouted brother uh Perry. Oh, okay. I see brother Tony Davis. Cut to the chase and Dusty's simply Nick. Hey, oh yeah, I wasn't looking at the chat. Peace. Thanks, guys, for coming in. Yeah, I see you guys. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was just in my mind and just yapping for over an hour. So I just want to thank you guys for coming in, and hopefully the message that I had, was resonating. Maybe you thought about it before and it was something, that crossed your mind. But yeah, I just wanted to make a small stream to be like, hey guys, you know, Your mind is a powerful thing. Take control of it. Things that are beyond your control, don't even stress about it. Don't make your mind sick because you're sick or something. Just keep it healthy, and you have nothing else to lose. You know, but it's something I was just thinking about. I'm like, man, there's a lot of things happening around, even out here. In our sector, out here in the world. Was it virtual world, reality? Some of the people in my personal life, and just seeing what's going on, and sitting there thinking, I'm like, man, I thought I had it worse. Right? Also, to give you guys a heads up, I'm planning on having an interview with one of my homies from high school. He's a ex-marine, and I told him, I'm like, hey, I want to do an interview with an ex-military man. Maybe have like a show, like an interview, basically asking questions about the experience. Because one thing I've seen a lot of these military guys, they have a lot of story to tell, especially those who've seen war. And he definitely saw it because he was through the was it the Iraq war. So yeah, he saw a lot of stuff. But not only that, he has a great personality. He has a family, and yeah, I haven't talked to him in a few years. Sometimes on only on Facebook or say messages here and there, but um, I'm trying to get in touch with him, especially in these times that we're in, man. I'll say if possible, try to try to build your social network, man, physically, and then carry it online. But we as people, we're always gonna need people. I use like me for example. I'm a very extrovert. But at the same time, I'm very very introvert. I love people, and at the same time, I like to stay alone, away from people. I like my own solitude, but I love people at the same time. So it's always good to have somebody where you can share, talk, and reminisce and on the past and things that happened. Just to ease your mind. That's another form of peace. Instead of having arguments and fighting and everything, even though sometimes arguments can be a form of healing, but it's like because it's too toxic into the mind, sometimes it probably backfires. But I think most of the time people fight because they just want people to listen to them, and because the people are speaking also, it becomes a battle of, hey, who's gonna let who speak? Yeah. So sometimes people just want somebody to listen. And I thought about it, I'm like, wait a minute, psychiatry, that's how they make money. All they do is you paying them to listen to you. They're not doing anything. You know what? That gives me an idea. How about I have my own service where people are just I'm charging people just to listen to them. I'm not gonna give any comment or any advice. My job is just to listen. They need somebody to just vent to. I mean, they have a choice. They can go in a forest and just talk to the trees, right? But because people love people, they want other people to hear them vent. So yeah, maybe have it well be like, okay, you want to talk to your family members or friend, but nobody wants to listen to you, right? You have nobody to quote unquote release your anger or stress or whatever. So you have a choice. Either you can go to a psychiatrist, pay them to listen to you. They have a nice office or everything, or you can pay me $3,000 for an hour. so I can listen to you. How about that? No, you know what? 3,000, I think it's too small. Let's make it $5,000. Yeah. Why? Because I mean, I'm gonna be listening to you. I don't know what you're gonna say. So if anything, you're gonna be putting you're gonna be taking your was it your weight, your donkey with the caravan and putting it on me. So I'm like, you know what? Hey, let me take your mental for $5,000 an hour. How about that? That would be funny. I'd be like, yes. And you know what? I know I'm making a joke, but guess what? There's probably people out there who are so desperate to just have somebody listen to them. Look at the phrase and say, listen. Not be like, no, just listen. I think that's why people fight because they just want you to listen. Huh. Hey, it's like I'm thinking this is like a philosophical moment. Huh. Yeah, think about this, guys. Think about every argument you've ever had. You notice whenever you're not saying it, let's say you're having an argument with somebody, right? And they're saying something, it's like something in your heart, you like, and then you know what? Say, you know what? I ain't saying nothing, and you just stay quiet. They're gonna talk, talk, and then after they ran out of juice, they start asking, "So you're not gonna say anything?" And then and then what you do, you just look and you don't say nothing, and they get angry at you. They start yapping. And you jump, yeah, and then you just sit quiet, and it makes them even more angry. But you know what? After they have their little thing, then they'll calm down. Why? Because I guess maybe they were ashamed to say. They just wanted you to listen to them, whatever, say whatever they need. But because you wanted to speak back, it's uh, maybe. Hmm. What if people, instead of telling you straightforward, I just want to say some things, and I just want you to listen. Don't say anything. Don't talk back. Just give me an hour of your time. I just want to speak. Something is in my mind. I need to speak to somebody. But please, if possible, wear a mask so you don't say anything. Just listen to me. You can watch TV and just let me talk. You know, I think maybe that's why people fight because they don't, the people who want people to listen to them don't tell them they want them to listen to them and don't talk back. Right? Hmm. And at the same time, maybe people know that okay, I don't want to listen to you because I don't have no time, so I have to shut you down. Maybe that's why people fight. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, maybe it's something I'll think about it. Yeah. Huh. Maybe you guys are thinking about it too. Like maybe the reason people fight because it's like ah now it's like remember when children, right? When children are crying, like when they're hungry, they want to do something, or they're getting sleepy. They start crying. They start right. They want to sleep, but it's like how they communicate is how they're doing it. And then once you give them food or something, or you give them ass whipping, they go to bed. Maybe, maybe it's like another form where people act certain way because they don't know how to go about asking what they want, and then that's why we have fights. Hmm. This is a philosophy. This is a train of thought moment when I'm thinking. I'm like, huh. I'm analyzing this. I never thought about it this way. People fight because those people are afraid to ask those people for their time to listen to them. And because they don't ask it, they get frustrated because the people are responding back when they don't want to hear from them. They don't want to hear what they have to say. They just want them to hear them. Hmm. Yeah, that's something to think about. Yeah, I, you know what? That could be one reason. That's what I say. People sometimes you that leads us to thinking in people's places. You have a thinking in your mind. You can control your mind, but you don't know what other people think. So why not tell them what you're thinking, and whatever feedback they give you, they'll let you know. But if you don't tell them, and they respond the way you didn't want them to respond, you and then you have no control of how they respond. So you get frustrated, you take your anger on them, you start fighting back, and and then conflict comes in, confusion, chaos, and then nothing happens, nothing comes out of it. Why? Because you fail to just ask for somebody to just listen, because you have things in your mind, you just want to release them. Yeah, that could be another stream about uh people who want you to listen, but they don't tell you they want you to listen, because they are afraid to ask you for your time. Because the reality is, most people, like, you let's say they say, okay, your job is, you're gonna get paid $500 an hour to listen to people's problems. Yeah, you're like, oh yeah, I'll be making money, but guess what? Sooner or later, you're gonna get tired of it. You're gonna be, man, I don't want to hear what you have to say. You're gonna be hurt, because it's gonna get boring, because it's like a one-way street. So it's like, ah. So maybe people feel that, oh, if I ask you for your time, you know, I will be able to talk, but it's like you're gonna cut me off, or it's gonna get boring because I have so much to say, stuff like that. So, like I said, people have a different way of going about things, but that's what say it all comes out about the mind. It's like, if you take control of your mind, you're gonna relieve a lot of sicknesses, and stuff like that. Yeah, it comes back to self control. Hey, it's like, the more you think about it, you're like, this kind of makes sense. Like, huh? I never thought about it this way. This is all organic, man. I didn't play none of this. I'm just, as I'm speaking and I'm thinking, I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't see it that way. I'm like, now that I think about it, yeah, yeah, yeah. Watch this guy. Like, even here, out here in the streams, think about this. You notice most fights happens because the person either, was, wanted people to hear them get interrupted, or they were afraid to ask that, hey, I'm gonna be speaking here for a while, and I really don't want nobody to speak until I'm done, even if it takes me 3 hours. Hey, how many people I really want to do that? Hell no. What? No, no, no. I gotta speak too. They'll be like, well, get your channel and speak. No, I want you guys to hear me. Hear me, please. Please. So yeah, guys. So to end the show, I just want to thank you guys. Please take control of your mind. You know, your mind belongs to you. Nobody else can control it but yourself. And sickness, a lot of sickness out here begins in your mind, how you think, and the consequence becomes the sickness our physically. Anxiety and all that stuff, stress, pressure, peer pressure, and all that stuff, it's all in your mind, and it affects your body. So if you can control your body, man, you're gonna cut a lot of things that will probably make you sick. You're gonna eliminate a lot of things, and getting some sleep. Your mind is is yours. Take care of it. It's irreplaceable. It's priceless. You can get a brain transplant. like you could get a kidney. You can't replace your brain. You can't. Hey, replacing your brain means you're dead. Because your mind is you. Your brain is you. That's what your mind is. So, guys, thanks again for showing. Um, I'll see you guys on the next stream when I have. Okay, hold on. See, peace, brother Lawrence, the unspecialist. I see you came in. Yeah, I'm closing up. It's 1:30, so I think I've said enough. So, I'm gonna be seeing you guys soon. I may upload some videos and why not, but I really appreciate you guys showing up and stay tuned for more. And I'll see you guys later. Let me end you guys with something nice and dreamy that I was playing earlier. Some nice music for you to enjoy this evening as I head out. All right, peace.